Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tinu and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I will be sharing with you guys my most loved vanillas in my collection. I'm talking about my top vanillas. I'm going to tell you the vanillas that I currently love and I'm absolutely obsessed with. So if you guys are interested in this video, then please stay tuned. If you just stumbled on my timeline, you clicked on my channel, you don't know who I am, my name is Tino. I'm a lover of fragrance, beauty, and lifestyle. If that's the kind of content that you do like, please consider subscribing to this channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you guys again for your continued support and let's get started. Now, I'm going to do this in no particular order. I am not ranking these vanillas. I'm just going to pick one and talk about it and tell you why I absolutely love it and why you should have it. But before I go ahead and start this video, I want to let you guys know my fragrance of the day. And my fragrance of the day happens to be Fugazzi Vanilla Haze. If you guys don't know who Fugazzi is a clothing brand and they release their perfume. So this is more or less a designer perfume. And this is Vanilla Haze. This is their top seller. Really absolutely love this perfume. It is part of the perfumes that I'm going to be talking about shortly. This is my fragrance of the day. Please don't forget to drop yours down below. You guys know I love to know what you're rocking. I am going to start with the fragrance of the day for me, and of course this is Vanilla Haze by Fugazzi. Now this is a Switzerland brand. They have a clothing brand, so I guess they also started to release fragrances. They have quite a few in their collection, but this was sent to me by Twisted Lily. I am a partner with them. They wanted me to try out this fragrance and give you my thoughts and opinions. And of course, I will let you guys know my honest opinions about this fragrance. I will let you know the deets, the meat and potatoes. I will not skim off the top. I will let you know what I feel. Now this fragrance for me is sort of a creme brulee kind of fragrance in my opinion. It is very heavy vanilla. If you're into the likes of Bianco Latte, if you're into Escape Gourmand, you will like this kind of fragrance. It kind of gives me the vibe or the mesh of the two into one bottle. For those people that hate Bianco Latte because of the syrupy, heavy sweetness of it, and they like something more appealing, more, toned down, you will definitely like this fragrance. It has that sweetness, but it's not a headache-inducing kind of sweetness. It is a very comfortable sweetness that I feel like you can wear in the hospital, you can wear at work settings and not offend anybody. The projection on this is not super beast mode like Bianco Latte. It's more on the moderate projection. I wore this a couple of times. I got so many compliments. When I tell you, this fragrance will give you compliments just like Bianco Latte, but it will not give you the pressure of Bianco Latte, because Bianco Latte is a beast mode fragrance. When I tell you that fragrance goes on and on and on and on like an Energizer bunny, this fragrance does the opposite. It goes on and on, but it's very more a comfortable scent bubble kind of fragrance. Like people will smell you, but they have to get close to you. They will not smell you a mile away like Bianco Latte. It will not offend anybody like Bianco Latte. It will give you the right compliments that you want. Now this fragrance is a vanilla, sweet, balsamic, caramel, nutty goodness kind of fragrance. It features top notes of almond, coconut milk, hazelnut, and mandarin. In the middle notes, you do get vanilla pod, tonka bean, jasmine. And in the base, you get caramel, cashmere wood, amber, and musk. Now, the musk in here is evident. You can smell that musk. It's definitely in the fragrance. It is not crazy offensive like other musks that you can think of, like the ones from Tiziana Terenzi. This is more a dial-back musk. So it does smell like your skin but better, but it's just a beautiful fragrance. Now, I will tell you that the longevity is not like Bianco Latte. It's more of the 6-hour wear. There are times that I will have this fragrance and people will still smell me even when I don't smell the fragrance. The fragrance is a fragrance that I feel like you can go anosmic to, so people will be smelling you and you will not smell the fragrance. And that's what I mean by 6-hour wear. So during the 6-hour wear, you will smell yourself, but after that, people will continue to smell you. It does like a disappearing act. But notwithstanding, it is quite long wearing. On clothing, I think it pulls off 10 hours on clothing. And for me, that's quite enough when it comes to a fragrance. Now, this fragrance is not a super expensive fragrance. Unlike other designer fragrances, I think this full bottle retails for $150. I'll put it on top of the video what the price is if I'm actually wrong. They do come in 1.7 fluid ounces. This is a 3.4 fluid ounce, so it's a full 100 ml bottle. If you want to get smaller size, you can definitely do that. I will link where this came from on Twisted Lily. It will be linked down below. I do have a coupon code as well if you wanted to save 10% off this fragrance. You definitely could do that as well. Thank you so much, Twisted Lily, for sending this my way. I absolutely love it. It was up to my alley because you guys know I love a great vanilla. I love anything that is like foodie, gourmand. It's up my alley, definitely. Now you're looking for a vanilla that's sweet, that is slightly white floral, a little bit aromatic, that has some sugary vibes to it. This is Khair Felicity. Now this for me is a dupe to Wet n Silk Santal by Kayali. Definitely a dupe. Now this is a cheaper version. I could have featured Wet n Silk Santal, but I want you guys to get a great big bag for your buck. If you're looking for something that is similar to that, that will give you great longevity for a fraction of the price, this is the best I've come across. Now this has that same bubbliness with that champagne note. You do get some greenness in it. There is a cassis note to it. It kind of features all the notes of the original fragrance. The projection in this is fantastic. If you're looking for something bright, effervescent, bubbly, fruity at the same time with a touch of rose, this is absolutely stunning. The sugary vibes in here is not too sugary where it is headache inducing. It is very sugary to the point that it feels like your skin but better, with a touch of sweetness. This is just absolutely divine. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I've been waiting for them to make a dupe to this Wet n Silk Santal, because for me the Kayali version does not last as much as I thought it did. It would last maybe 6 hours, but this one lasts about 8-9 hours on skin, and it projects. You do get a good projection for 2-3 hours, and it then dies down to a moderate projection, and then you're left with a fantastic scent bubble to be remembered. Everyone gets in compliments on this. Everyone likes this. It's sort of a mass appealing vanilla that is citrusy and floral at the same time. Now, if you want to smell like a warm, spicy cinnamon vanilla that is slightly latonic with coffee and some nutty goodness, I got you covered. This is Rise and Shine from Dyad. Now, this fragrance is an absolutely stunning fragrance. This brand actually makes candles, and they made a fragrance as well. I haven't tried their candles before. I don't know how it smells like, but I'm pretty sure if they smell as good as the fragrances they create, then definitely I want some candle. Now, I love this fragrance because it's a great gourmand. It's so beautiful. It features the note of cinnamon, some almond, it has cardamom. Have you guys smelled the note of cake? This is what it smells like. It smells like a rum cinnamon cake with slightly nuttiness with the almond, and it also has that opulence of coffee and some milk. This is just a gourmand lover's dream. This fragrance is super beast mode. I mean, don't be fooled by the bottle. It is super beast mode. It is a fragrance that you should err on caution when you're spraying it, because it is a cinnamon bomb. It has loads of cinnamon in here, and the cinnamon in here is not screechy. It's just a very well blended cinnamon. And then the vanilla in here is just what completes this fragrance. Now, this fragrance does have some ambery vibes to it, but the amberiness is not overtaking the whole scent profile. You're still left with a beautiful gourmand, delicious, mouth-watering goodness in a fragrance. This one, I love it because it's not overly gourmand. Sometimes perfumes that are too gourmand can actually be negative to other people. People might find it, you know, disgusting. But this one is just smooth sailing. I absolutely enjoy this. This is one of my favorites. Now, speaking of a vanilla that is duping another vanilla, this is Angham from Lattafa. Now, this is a dupe to Burberry Goddess. I always say Burberry Goddess. It's Goddess by Burberry. Let's just keep it a buck. Now, this fragrance is a very sweet vanilla fragrance. It's slightly aromatic because it does have that lavender note. It has that cacao pod. It has some vanilla caviar as well. It is just an opulent smelling version of the OG. This fragrance for me, it's super long lasting. The OG cannot hold a candle to this fragrance. And my OG is still sitting in the closet. I might declutter it because I found the one that I love the most. And Elaf is another one that I love, but Elaf a little bit deviates from the OG, but Angham is the OG in a bottle, but just at a less price point for me. And anyone that asks me, what do I have that's similar to Burberry Goddess? I tell them get Angham. Angham is just that girl. It has some citrus vibes of mandarin orange. I believe there is like an orange note as well. Oh, it gets me the compliments forever. Now, if you're into Mangolan by Guerlain, you're definitely going to like this fragrance because that's another lavender vanilla. Now, there is musk in here. The musk in here is beautiful. I think that lends a very different take to the fragrance. The fragrance is already beautiful, but that musk kind of rounds it and gives it a lot of body to the fragrance. This one is just a fragrance that I just want to smell every damn day. The ginger note in here is not crazy. It does give it a slight pepperiness to the fragrance, but it is a wearable, beautiful fragrance. Now, because of the lavender note, you might think that this might be a masculine fragrance. Let me tell you, this is as feminine as it can get. I don't think a man can pull this off, but, you know, leave it for my husband to pull it out and wear it because he does wear this fragrance and he enjoys it, even though it veers on the feminine side. My husband says as long as the perfume smells good and it garners him compliments, he really doesn't care if it's female or male. He wears anything, and he likes to make his own combos. He likes to put like 4 fragrances together and create his own little soup, I must say. But I love this and I totally recommend it if you're looking for something that is similar to Goddess by Burberry. Next fragrance I'm going to talk about is 20 Bourbon Brulee. This is from Ledda Perfumes. This is a brand created by Stephanie Ledda, another perfume review on YouTube. I absolutely love this fragrance. Need I say, I've talked about this fragrance probably multiple times, and I cannot tell you how obsessed I'm with this fragrance. This fragrance doesn't have bourbon in there, but it does have a note of whiskey. It has some vanilla, it has that beautiful plum note at the top. I'm telling you, this is a fragrance to die for. It has some sweetness, some milkiness. There is a coconut in here. I feel like that kind of gives it a slight latonic edge to it. Oh, when I tell you this fragrance is a compliment magnet, I am not kidding you. It is a compliment magnet. It is just that slightly boozy vanilla that is just whimsical. It's kind of sort of angelic in a way. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful fragrance. This has gotten even more stronger than I remembered. It is kind of macerated. Oh, God, guys. This one is just intoxicatingly good. That's how I can tell you. Intoxicatingly good. It is just that fragrance that when you walk in, you will smell edible without being overly gourmand, but sexy at the same time. edible and sexy. That's the word for it. Love it, love it, love it. Now the projection on this is there. It's there. The projection is there. And I think that Boozy Accord kind of gives it that big projection. And the sillage is a very beautiful sillage. It leaves a scent bubble that people are sniffing and wondering who left that room. You know, that's the compliments you're going to get. And I get people that say comments that I don't even respond to because I don't want people to know that I have the fragrance on. But people will say, oh my God, who smells that good? 9 times out of 10, it's me, because I'm really the one that wears fragrance the most. And when people smell this, they're like, whew, this smells really good. This hallway smells good. And I feel comfortable having a hallway smell like this than smell like poop. You know, when you work in a hospital and you're like on the med surg floor, you're cleaning poop, pee, all sort of stuff. But when you smell something like this, it just kind of elevates your mind. It's a mood elevator for me. I love this and I can't recommend this enough. Next fragrance is from Paris Corner. This is called Tiramisu Speculoos. Now, this is a very delicious coffee, cakey, vanilla that is just, oh, divine. This fragrance kind of reminds me of Amore Cafe by Mancera, but it's more sweeter, more potent. The coffee in here is a coffee that actually lasts throughout the life of the fragrance. So this is a very beautiful coffee vanilla. If you're looking for something like that, if you want your vanilla to smell like an Arabica bean, this is what you need to get. I just can't stop sniffing this. This is just a very opulent, beautiful, sweet vanilla. It's very well done. For a Middle Eastern fragrance, this pulls off as a niche fragrance for me. It has a very nice blend. It smells like there are very, very, very good ingredients that they used to make this fragrance. Because sometimes Middle Eastern fragrances can kind of smell synthetic, but this is not the case. This is very non-synthetic in any way. This will give you a great projection, a great sillage. It just leaves a scent trail that people will be sniffing for days. Like, I've had this on clothing and literally it was on my clothes till I had to wash it. That's how good this fragrance is. It's just absolutely good. If I was to pit this against its counterparts, Banana Bliss, both of them are equally good. And the reason why I didn't feature Banana Bliss is because I already featured it so many times. I just wanted to talk about Tiramisu Speculoos because it is underrated. I don't see people talking about it the most. I see people talking about Banana Bliss. Like, it's such a beautiful fragrance and I absolutely recommend this. Now, my next vanilla is called Egyptian Sugar Soiree from Sphinx Fragrances. Now, this is another sweet, uber sweet vanilla. This is very sugary. It has coconut. It has that milk cream note to it. Oh my God. Very intoxicating. This is another one that features a note of coconut in there. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vanilla. Now, if you're looking for something sweeter and you didn't like any of the ones I mentioned, this is the one you need. It is sweet without being overbearing. It's just the right tone of sweetness to a fragrance that I feel like is not crazy. This is another fragrance that I feel like it is just very unique. It's a very unique vanilla. And I don't think people are talking about this a lot, and I'm surprised because this was a great release from Sphinx. Sphinx has come out with a lot of fragrances that I find that are just not my cup of tea. I do have 4 of their fragrances and this happens to be my top. Next to Creme de Pistache. Creme de Pistache was my first fragrance that I ever purchased, but when I got this, it kind of knocked that down a little bit. And I can tell you, this one is another one that is uber projecting. It has a long sillage. It has great projection as well. Very, very sexy vanilla. I actually ordered credenza daiquiri as well. That is another cherry fragrance. If you guys want that review separately, let me know. I haven't gotten it yet, but it's on its way because I really want to feature that fragrance. I love cherry and you guys know it. You know that I'm a cherry obsessed person. So that's why I picked that one up and I can't wait to get my hands on it and smell it. Have two more fragrances to talk about. They are both Middle Eastern fragrances. The fragrance I'm going to talk about, this is from Lattafa. This is Nebras. Nebras is just, you guys know. If you guys have Nebras, you know what I'm talking about. Nebras is bae. Nebras is everything. It is a dupe to Billie Eilish #1. And I can tell you for the fact it's way better than that fragrance. Way more projection, way much sillage. I'm not saying that it's beast mode. I would say it's still moderate, but it lasts longer in general. What I will say is when you get this fragrance, let it sit, because a lot of people have complained that it is not long lasting, it's too alcohol-y. But let me tell you, some of these Middle Eastern fragrances need to macerate for maybe 2-3 months and they get better when you smell them again. Now, this one has been macerating. I've been wearing it on as it was macerating. It's been in my collection for almost a year. This is a very beautiful red berries / vanilla. Oh, very intoxicating, slightly woody fragrance. This is just a very crowd-pleasing vanilla. I feel like this vanilla is not offensive. It's a very good everyday wearing type of fragrance. Like if you work in the office or you work in healthcare field, this will be very, very up your speed. And I feel like it's not offensive as well. Very, very great. Perfect for the weather right now. I think this is a year-round mass appealing fragrance. So I don't think you can go no wrong if you're looking for a vanilla that's inexpensive, that smells unique, and that smells opulent at the same time. Next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from Khadlaj. This is called Empire Victor. This one was the best recommendation I've ever got from a bunch of subscribers. This is a lemony vanilla cake in a bottle. Now, if you're into that, then you need this in your life. Now, the lemon in here is not super zesty. It's not so sour. It's a sweet lemon. Smells almost like a pound cake, like I've mentioned so many times. This fragrance also is another fragrance that I feel has gotten better over time. It has sat a little bit and has even gotten better and more delicious. If you're that person that loves to bake, like I love to bake a lot, it kind of puts me in the mode of what I bake. Now, when you pair this with an oud fragrance, OMG, guys. This is a intoxicating combo when it pairs with an oud fragrance. I don't know how to describe this fragrance. It's just fluffy, airy, slightly buttery, almost like I can feel the crust of that pound cake in my mouth whenever I take a whiff of this fragrance. That's how it smells like. It's just very, very, very best recommendation ever. I have ever since been obsessed with this fragrance. I kind of sort of wear it too much. You can't really tell because you can't see how much is left, but look, I'm spraying it now because right now I just can't get enough of this. I'm already about to die at this point from spraying too much. But let me tell you, this is an obsession of mine. One of my favorite absolutely stunning vanillas that I can recommend. Now that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I featured my favorite vanillas. I hope you guys love the vanillas I talked about. Please let me know, what are your favorite vanillas? I love to know what are your favorites. Just list them down below because I might not have them and I may want to try them out. Let me know which one of these that you already have and let me know your obsession with them. If you absolutely love it, if you absolutely don't forget to leave me a comment of your fragrance of the day. If you watch this video to the end and you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? The subscribe button is down below. It's waiting for you to click it. Why don't you join the family? Let us talk about fragrance and anything smell good. Now, if you watch this video to the end, I love to ask you guys to leave me a snowflake emoji. You know why? Because it had snowed yesterday, day before yesterday, and I kind of over it. So please leave me a snowflake emoji. That lets me know that you're a ride or die fan of Tinu. Thank you guys so much again for your love and support. I love you guys, and I will see you, yes, in another video. Bye.